fine
shocked
with it,
how pissed
whatever.
people were.
What- he's a running and jumping player, and who can't run and jump anymore. You don't get that guy for shooting or anything else, and
That
it's
yeah,
the
that's like the
worst
one
idea
thing
of a player to get in the NBA. I'm happy he went back to the Golden State.
that I can't stand about the one thing I really can't stand about the whole Nets like Twitter culture, which like we're all a part of and stuff like that, is like this obsession with getting like names and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like, isn't
names
that
they know.
like
I know
like
that name. He must be good.
isn't that isn't that what we like make fun of the Knicks for? Like I thought that was the Knicks thing. Like I don't
Or
like I don't
how about this? Every time a player gets signed, we couldn't have gotten that guy. Like you can't get every player. Why didn't you sign? Why did we do that deal?
you're gonna go pout in your room because you didn't get like Mello and Wayne Ellington and who were some of the people that the Knicks signed that like for minimum deals that people were like going insane about? It was just like and then other people are like, oh dude, classic us not getting Kem Birch. And it was like he like signed for like $8 million. We were never getting him. Like
Right.
it's just like it's such a straw man. Like everyone just getting pissed about like things that were either like totally unrealistic or things that they're actually like not even that upset about and are like are stupid. Like, I think Melo on this team might be like an utter disaster. Like
Well,
The-
everybody's like, the Lakers got everybody. I'm like, well, they wanted Patty Mills and they didn't get him.
yeah, like they
Mm,
got they
that's your
got like
point.
they got Ariza. Ariza was done 2 years ago. They got Iggy. Iggy was done. Iggy, the Warriors could have signed back, and they gave up on him, and now he's back for a year because he's best friends with like Curry. Like I don't understand. Like it like really irritates me. It's because it's so Knicksian that I thought Nets fans were better then,
We're
and it's
better than
like
that.
Every fan base is the same.
That's
they
not
are.
true. That is not true. That is not true.
Yes,
That
it
is
is.
not
Every
true.
every New York fan base is the same.
No, no, nope, nope.
They all
It's not.
overreact. They all
It's
do the
not
same
true.
shit.
Listen. The Knicks will say anything is good. They will say anything is good. They will back their Knick guys like they're great. Do you, do you remember a guy that came out of Syracuse? I believe if I remember right, named John Wallace.
Yeah, I do.
The point guard.
He's a power forward.
I'm thinking of the Georgetown had a point guard named John Wallace. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So like, dude had a, a radio commercial and a soft drink named after him. It was they didn't even pronounce his name. They didn't even use all the syllables in his name. They used to be like John Walls. That was it. Like I've never seen players get more boosted by like the Knicks overrate their players and the Nets fans underrate their players. It's a completely different thing. Like we beat the dog shit out of Kemba Walker in the playoffs. We retired Kemba. We made the Boston Celtics basically get rid of Danny Ainge. We made Brad Stevens not a coach anymore. Okay? And Kemba Walker was part of the reason why we were able to do that. And they think he's great.
And then
If that was us, we would have been killing the trade every day, all day, and we would have been at each other's throats.
they got solid value for him. What is it? 2 years, like 16 million or something like that.
How is 2 years, 16 million good when he's shit right now?
It's 8 million a year. He's not absolute shit. He can still
Dude.
put some points up.
Dude, he has no cartilage in his knees. He has. When would you have ever thought you could say this about Kemba Walker? He has no lateral movement. Did you see him in the
Yeah.
playoffs?
He's all step back now.
Yeah. Yeah, he tries to get in the lane, and instead of like, you know how you get your shoulder right, it's really just a matter of getting that shoulder right in front of the whoever's defending you. He can't get that one little bit of it's fractions of a second that make you, whether you're a college player or an NBA player. It's fractions of a second. and he can't get that fraction of a second anymore. And they're teaming him. The super backcourt, as I'm supposed to understand it, is Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker. That's zero knee cartilage. But if
fuck the Knicks.
You can't even get me started on the Knicks. Yeah, you can't get me started on the Knicks offseason. I can't believe how many people who are also like smart in basketball thought that they had a great offseason. It truly it blows my mind.
But the point that I really was trying to make was that our fan bases are different. We're not the same. There's if the physical embodiment of Nets Twitter is like Larry David or some other neurotic, anxiety-driven 59-year-old Jewish guy.
The Knicks fan base would be a guy who I'm trying to think of who it is in TV. Like the Knicks fan base is almost like Michael Scott, like in The Office. It's someone who thinks they're awesome, but is actually like a huge loser.
You ever watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
No.
It's an Adult Swim cartoon, and they got this one character that's from Jersey who's a big Giants fan, and he always has like a gold chain, a wife beater, and giant Zumba pants, and he's like, "Go Giants!" No, he's that guy. He's the guy from the Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I forget what his name is, but we have to be better. We have to have more self-esteem about it. We are the best team in the NBA, if healthy. You're gonna hear that word, if healthy. That's a word now. If healthy.
Can I ask one last question? Do you guys care at all about the? So what was it?
Oh, no. We can't one last question yet because we didn't touch on. We haven't potted in so long. We have a lot of stuff to touch on.
That's true. Okay, fine.
Do you like Bembry?
Do you guys have you guys thought at all, or do you care at all about the Udoka and D'Antoni out, Vanderpool and who I think they're that Thunder coach in? It sounds like.
My answer is no. And in terms of Bembry, I mean, I don't know much about him, but I'm sure he can eat some regular season minutes for us.
Him and Kyrie are good friends from high school, I hear.
For now, until Kyrie makes him carry his luggage.
Or Kyrie decides you're not good enough for this team.
Yeah, you suck.
Be gone.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Listen, I'm not going to get into we're winning a title thing, but is there any egregious things left to talk about in the off season that I've forgotten about?
No, I think maybe in the next couple of weeks we could do some like a roster dive. We could start with the guards, the wings, the bigs, but I think we've covered all the overarching stories. I guess we'll see if extensions are signed by the other guys or they decide to wait till next year, but it's right around the corner. They play the Lakers in less than 2 months. Football will come and carry us there, get us there a little bit quicker. So don't think this is that far away because it's really not. The ball goes up in October.
I'm still hoping. I'm still hoping that. I mean, actually, I should say I'm hoping because it all depends on his health. I'm curious to see what happens with this Aldridge situation because I think that'll also change how people think about this offseason. I very much think that they're making. I actually am saying this on the record, on the front office pod. I would be shocked if they don't make not a massive trade like for a star, but I would be surprised if there's not a trade that shakes up the roster a little bit.
So you think something significant?
I think, yeah. Because I keep on looking at this roster, and it just it doesn't make that. That's why I kind of understand Eve's worries about it. Like it just doesn't make that much sense to me. Like I don't really get how they have it's like Bembry and Bembry, Bruce. I'm counting on my fingers. You're Bembry, Bruce Brown, Carter, Claxton, Durant, Harden, Harris, Irving, James Johnson, DeAndre, then the 2 first-round picks. It's 14 or 15 guys, but I don't know what the actual rotation would be. I guess Blake is now also going to be there. Mills is going to be there. It just doesn't. There feels like there's something missing, and it seems like they could put together, kind of as we've talked about on this pod, the DJ salary, Claxton, and like another filler for like someone that just like is someone who you know is going to play big minutes in a playoff series. Like there's I don't know what it is. I don't love the way I think minutes would be distributed right now. It looks like the type of team where, as Eve has ominously said, it seems like the team where the stars are going to just have to carry too much of the load. There's just something about it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
Like, James Johnson is not going to do for you what Jeff Green did for you last year. And I think we all know that. I mean, look, can any team that's like the conundrum we find ourselves in when we're analyzing this team, because nobody can beat us if we're healthy. Not even the rest of if the three players that we know to be superstars are healthy, nobody is beating us. We know that. It's just, all right, if Kyrie goes down, is that void going to be filled by Patty Mills? No. If, Lord forbid, Kevin Durant goes down, who are we going to? James Johnson?
Well, look, if Harden and Durant go down, they're done.
Yeah.
They could survive Kyrie, but they can't survive the other two.
And I don't even know if you can trade.
Although they definitely could have won it this year with just
I was saying they could have done it with Harden this year.
Yeah, no, we were right there. So
it does feel like this was our easiest shot at it. That it's going to get harder.
Yeah, it gets harder automatically because, once a team sees themselves do it, like the Bucks did, the Bucks really think that they won the championships and they deserve it. They think that. Now we're gonna have to just spank them. And
I also really I think they had I really like their offseason. I think they got back Portis on like a really small contract. They're gonna have a healthy DiVincenzo for the playoffs, which means like Forbes and stuff doesn't have to play. And then they got George Hill and Rodney Hood, and who do you call it? They just traded for Grayson Allen, who I think Grayson Allen can play. Like they got
Grayson Allen can't play.
They got. You say can or can't?
Cannot. He's trash.
He could replace PJ Tucker's eye pokes.
Yeah, he's an eye poker for sure.
No, yeah. I mean, he definitely is dirty as shit, but he's. I think he can play, and I think he's also athletic, and he's good on D. Like they added guys who are annoying in a playoff series. Like I don't love them at those guys.
Grayson Allen is like the incumbent boyfriend who's like father is rich.
Yeah.
Like every girl leaves on like a teen show. He's just like a smiley little prick.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Yeah.
He's Donald Trump before he grew up.
He hates his black teammates, 100%.
Like Zach Wilson.
He looks like Ted Cruz.
That's true. That is true.
Hey, look, boys, we got a big year ahead, and I can't wait. It's right around the corner.
Yeah. I'm pumped. I mean, I'm still I'm letting the rest of the off season marinate and see what happens, and then waiting for the other sports to either end or begin.
Front office fans, listeners, and detractors who listen, DM me at Eve Darbooz questions and stuff that you guys would like to hear us cover, and we will do that on behalf of at Samuel LaChow and at Pass First 11. Is there an underscore or some shit in there? Like at Pass First 11, my man Bam.
11-inch cock.
At Pass First 11, and myself at Eve Darbooz. You guys know who we are. We're a part of your Nets Twitter enjoyment. We will be back when something happens, but hopefully we'll something will happen within a week. And then as we get closer to the season, we'll start regularly podding again. Right now, we just don't want to drop massive amounts of content on you when there's not really much to say. But we're giving you an extra long one tonight just to kind of make up for the time that we've been gone, but we shall return.